The Vietnam War has ended, but its scars remain. Agent Orange, an invisible weapon that continues to bring suffering to both American veterans and the Vietnamese people. 3 million Vietnamese directly exposed, 500,000 children born with birth defects, 250,000 American veterans affected. These numbers speak to a humanitarian tragedy that spans generations. Will justice ever be served? Justice for the forgotten victims, those who continue to search for answers. In 1961, the Vietnam War became increasingly difficult for the U.S. military. The dense jungles provided a tactical advantage for guerrilla warfare, hindering the U.S. military's plans for special warfare. Between 1961 and 1971, over 20 million gallons of herbicides were sprayed across South Vietnam. Agent Orange, produced by companies like Monsanto and Dow Chemical, was a potent herbicide mix that primarily contained two defoliants, 2,4-D and 2,4,5-T. However, during the production of 2,4,5-T at high temperatures, a contaminant called 2,3,7,8-TCDD, commonly known as dioxin, was created. Dioxin is highly toxic, linked to cancer, birth defects, and other severe health issues. Notably, the concentration of herbicides used in Vietnam was up to 55 times the amount allowed in agricultural use. Although scientists were aware of the dangers of dioxin, the long-term consequences were ignored for military objectives. In 1979, these very words sparked a class action lawsuit filed by American veterans.
How come the Vietnam veteran is dying faster than the Viet Cong killed him? How come we're producing birth defects that have never been seen?
Victor Yannicone led the charge as the lead attorney. However, as the trial date approached, a politically charged twist emerged. The original judge was replaced by Judge Jack Weinstein. Judge Weinstein displayed skepticism towards the veterans and their evidence, citing the lack of conclusive epidemiological studies at the time to definitively link Agent Orange exposure to the reported health issues. He believed the case should be settled, leading to Yannicone's removal as lead counsel. The first domino had fallen. There would be no trial. A settlement of $180 million was reached, bringing the lawsuit to an end. On March 10, 2005, a class action lawsuit filed by 27 Vietnamese citizens against 37 U.S. chemical companies was dismissed by the same Judge Jack B. Weinstein, citing a lack of legal standing. The judge argued that the plaintiffs hadn't proven a direct causal link between their illnesses and the dioxin in Agent Orange. He deemed the dioxin levels too low to be harmful, thus precluding its classification as a chemical weapon. In the United States, compensation for veterans exposed to Agent Orange has been fraught with obstacles. Only those who served at or near military bases in Thailand, crew members on C-123 aircraft, or those who worked on Department of Defense projects involving herbicides were deemed eligible. By April 1993, out of nearly 40,000 claims, only 486 were approved. One of the most notable tragedies is the story of Admiral Elmo Zumwalt Jr. and his family. He was the one who ordered the spraying of Agent Orange in the South Central Coast region of Vietnam, where his son was serving. As a consequence, both his son and grandson were exposed to the toxic chemical, a heartbreaking tragedy recounted in his book, My Father, My Son. This story not only speaks to the devastating effects of Agent Orange but also represents a painful irony of war. After all, justice and humanity are sometimes a matter of choice. While the U.S. government continues to deny responsibility, citing a lack of scientific evidence linking Agent Orange to disabilities, many individuals and organizations have chosen to act. U.S. veterans, along with the Vietnam Veterans of America, established friendship villages in Hanoi and other provinces to support Agent Orange victims. The Vietnamese government has also provided millions of dollars in aid to over 200,000 victims. The U.S. government has also gradually increased its funding for Agent Orange remediation in Vietnam, from $3 million in 2007 to $6 million in. Significantly, the two countries have initiated joint efforts to clean up dioxin contamination at Da Nang Airport and are considering expanding these projects to Bien Hoa and Phu Cat, hotspots of dioxin contamination from the war.
You know the Army tried some fancy stuff to bring Agent Orange defoliant to clear the brush and trees, but they never said that chemical will hurt our health today. But I got the news this morning.